Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Not a specific topic today, just kind of feel like ranting and just talking. Just felt like getting my thoughts out in the open instead of letting them coop up in my brain all day. But I got a question for you guys, man. Any of y'all feeling like spiritually fatigued and exhausted? You know, even more so these last couple years. Feels like I'm just always tired, man. And I know it could be my health as well. My health isn't the best right now. Wasn't the best like that first year of quarantine or whatever. I was in a really bad place. And I fear that I'm reaping the consequences of my actions thus far. But also also spiritually, man, I've just been really down and out. It's been a rough 3 years, man. It started for me in 2019. Just coming to grips with reality, man, that I was just running away from my problems, built up this fake persona. I just didn't want to be me anymore, man. Always, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I've been battling suicidal thoughts since I was about 14, and I'm 28, so about half my life. Well, not about half my life. But yeah, man, just really sad, man, all the time. And it's gotten worse once, you figure out what the world's really like, what people are really like, looking at the cards that you've been dealt in life and realizing you got a shitty hand. But it is what it is. We do the best with what we have, right? I mean, I shouldn't be complaining. I mean, I'm not in the best situation, but most certainly not in the worst either, man. It's confusing, right? Because it's like, I know I have so much that like millions of people in the world would kill for to be in my situation, right? But does that take away from the agony and pain and depression and despair that I feel despite being in a very privileged position? I don't know. I'm definitely the wrong one to ask. I am not a mental health professional in any way, but I am a mental health victim. So I guess I can give a bit of insight, at least from my personal experience. But yeah, man, just ugh. And to those of you that actually like legitimately did quarantine, like you didn't really go out and socialize like at all. Did you guys ever at some point start to question, who you are, what you've done, what you want to do, and you start thinking about, other people's lives and how you may have affected them, or, how your choices could impact someone else, even unbeknownst to you, You didn't do it with the purpose of affecting another person, but it did, So it's weird. Just grappling with those thoughts on the regular. To the point where now, like, all of my thoughts, like, all my brain power is consumed by thinking about other people. And not in the, I guess, usual sense that people think about others. When you think about someone else, for the most part, you probably think about if they're judging you or how they feel about you, maybe why they associate with you, things like that. But mine's taking a turn where I'm just constantly thinking about, what's going on in people's lives. Like, what are they going through? I sit here in front of my window every day and I just look out and I look at my neighbors and I look at their houses, and I'll walk around the neighborhood and look at all the houses and everybody and just think to myself, what are the people in this house going through, What kind of trials and tribulations are they experiencing? And then I get really sad when I think about everybody could, be in a similar situation as me. They could be really sad and putting on a fake smile to get through the day and to be around people, right? But deep down, everybody's messed up. And I started like actually looking at people's faces when I go out in public. And I don't know if maybe this is just me seeing life through the lens of depression all the time, but like, I just see everybody looks, at least to me, always sad or angry. Everybody always has this face of like they're over it, kind of, if that makes sense. I get really sad, man, because it's like, damn, man, a lot of us are fucking miserable. And I don't know about you guys, but I've reached a point in my life where I realize that, man, the material really just isn't gonna help me anymore. Like, I'm so far beyond it now where it's really of no benefit to me outside of just keeping me alive. Like, it's so bizarre when you have these thoughts. And even more so these last couple years, because when you're by yourself, when you're not trying to make people laugh or trying to get love from people or etc., you really start to focus on you, right? You start to realize, there's probably some things I need to work on as a human in general. And then you get consumed, well, at least I've become consumed with by those thoughts. To the point where, man, that's like all I think about nowadays. And it was mostly augmented by quarantine, just being forced to be inside and look at myself in the mirror. And even so, to the point where I literally talk to myself now. Like, I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'll have a conversation with myself, and it makes me feel like I've gone insane, like I'm crazy. But then I'll read on the comments on the internet, across social media and all kinds of stuff. And there are people that are having, a similar experience where like they've been cooped up inside for so long, they've got these like weird quirks and habits now that are kind of bleed out into the real world when you're in public. And my biggest one is I haven't lost the ability, but I definitely think out loud more often now. And like, I'm the type of person, like, I don't know about you guys, but like when I think about things, I'll run like simulations in my head and try to plug in variables and try to look at things from as many different perspectives and think of as many different outcomes as I can, positive and negative, to just kind of just have a 360 view on things. So I've unfortunately adopted the habit of carrying out those simulations out loud. Like, I found myself, like, I'll be doing the dishes and I'm like sitting here talking to myself, and then someone comes up behind me. I'm like, oh shit, they probably think I'm fucking crazy because I've just been here talking to myself. Oh, it's wild, man. But I don't think that's necessarily a crazy thing to talk to yourself. I also read something somewhere, supposedly, where I think people who talk to themselves are actually smarter. I don't know how that correlates, but just some food for thought. Kind of just been dwelling on that for a little while, because I don't really think, and I used to feel this way, I used to say this when I was younger to people, like, I talk to myself all the time. I don't think that's necessarily crazy. Like, if you're talking to yourself, your thoughts out loud, you're like, I wonder, should I do this and this? Nah, but they might do this and that. Oh, but what if this and what if they do this or they do that? And, well, really, if you think about it like this, see, like, thinking out like that, I don't think that's crazy. I think it's what you're saying that can make it crazy or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're talking to yourself and your like tone is changing and your cadence is changing, as if like your personality is split, so it's different people talking to each other and you're talking about crazy shit, I think that's where it gets a little fishy. That's where you start teetering on that borderline of crazy, insane. But yeah, just going off on a little rant today, man. Just wanted to get that out there a little bit. And just letting you know that if you're experiencing the same thing as me, you're not alone. I'm going through the same thing as you, you know. We're all in this together, whether we want to be or not. And just wanted to say that, you know, we're not alone. Because you're all my people. Regardless of what you look like, where you come from, how much money you got, educated, uneducated, your skin color, the language you speak. You're all my people, bruh. Real talk. You're all human, just like me. So just know, whoever may be watching this, doubt anybody is, but if anybody's watching this and you're like halfway across the world, you're not alone. I'm in the same boat with you, baby. But yeah, just a quick little rant today. Just had a little bit of energy to be able to film, so figured why not just get my thoughts out. Been thinking about it for a couple days, so pulled the trigger on it finally. So just comment down below. Let me know your experiences with quarantine. You know, did you self-reflect? Had any realizations? Some epiphanies here and there? Let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. And I hope you guys have a nice day.